good things come to an end, and this is the last reflection on the Emmaus Road story. We're still in Resurrection Tales, and there's still more to come, but the Emmaus Road story is the last thing I wish to say about it. Because we read that as Jesus disappeared from their sight and their hearts were burning within them, they returned at once to Jerusalem. So what do you do when you've got good news? I can think of one or two examples. Talking to Hugh not so long ago, telling us of how the thing he'd been working for a long time had come to fruition. The promise of God, actually, in a deal that was done, and how money flowed in because of that. It's not just about money, it's about the promise of God. And in that, he and Rebecca had great rejoicing. And they shared that. They shared that with everyone I know, because it was such good news. I met another person just recently who had told me at the beginning of the shutdown how financially it was really hitting hard. Just happened to meet him a couple of days ago, and he said to me, "John, it's coming round. It's going to be okay," or words to that effect. Good news to tell. He wanted to tell that. I could see the cloud had lifted. Or a special time for me and Basma. I remember when our son Jack was born, and I visited the hospital a couple of days. I was there for the birth, but I remember looking where all the babies were laid out, and they had pink blankets for girls and blue blankets for boys. And it was in Jordan, and in that country, of course, whether we like it or not, boys are highly, highly valued. And there was only one blue blanket, and it was the pale-faced foreign boy, although of course he has a Jordanian mother. And I could see the Arab fathers looking on jealously. And I, of course, was pleased as punch, not just have a boy, but have a healthy child. And I told everyone, and I could tell them, and I could tell my parents and everyone around. Good news travels fast. Not just bad news. Good news people want to tell. And Cleopas and his companion returned at once. Now, a little bit of background I haven't mentioned actually, and that is Cleopas is almost certainly also Clopas, and his wife Mary was at the crucifixion. She is mentioned there. And as we said before, it's quite possible that the companion was his wife. In any case, Cleopas knew full well about the crucifixion, and now he knew that Jesus was alive. Jesus was alive. 7 miles all the way back to Jerusalem to tell the good news to the apostles. I know sometimes we find it difficult to tell the good news about Jesus. In our culture, it is difficult to be intense sometimes about religion. Sometimes we're embarrassed. But I have to say there's no need to force this kind of conversation. Our friend Adam has a wonderful natural gift of talking to people about Jesus. Other of us don't have such a gift. We find it more difficult. But if the news is good news for us, one way or another, it comes out. We can't help it. We might be hugely excited, or we might be those kind of quiet people who just slightly glow. It might be that we are very loud as people, or it might be we're very quiet. It doesn't matter. The point is, in our own way, if the news really is good news for us, we will communicate. It might be in music, it might be in silence, it might be in love, it might be in action, followed up then by words. Whatever. You can't keep good news in. One way or another, we will speak the good news. So very simply, make sure that we know the good news himself, Jesus, our Saviour. Let's Let's pray. Father God, help us to know Jesus, and may he fill us with his Spirit, that we may be those who are full of the good news. Amen.